I just heard the news about the humanitarian protection being canceled. I hate that for the Nicaraguans, Venezuelans, and the Haitians. I love y'all. I'm from Fort Pierce. I love y'all to pieces, and I rock with y'all. Baby, whatever you need me to do, you let me know what I can do to help. But them Cubans from Miami, y'all can get the fuck out of here. You ain't never heard me talk about going to Miami to visit. All my family from that area is gone from Miami. The only time I go down there is to shop and to eat. I don't fuck around with South Beach. I don't fuck around with Miami Cubans. They turn Florida red. They racist. And I tell every group of young kids, do not go down there supporting their business because they don't fuck around with y'all. They don't like us. To my Latins for Trump. Look what he it couldn't have happened to a better group of people. Fuck y'all, get the fuck on. I'm sorry, not sorry.
This message is, though, for the Cubans for Trump. Actually, for all Latinos for Trump. The Supreme Court just revoked the legal status of 500,000 people from, like, Cuba, Haiti, Venezuela, I think, and somewhere else. So you guys better start packing your shit. Because they're coming after you. They don't care that you voted for them. They never cared about you in the first place, dog. We tried to tell you this shit, but you didn't listen. So now they're coming after you. Supreme Court just ruled on it. You guys better start packing because they're going to either leave on your own terms now at this point or they're going to come after you. You guys are in danger. And you voted for it. That's the crazy part.
All right, good people. Welcome back to the channel. And today I want us to discuss uh, one of the most heated and controversial conversations currently ripping through immigrant communities across the United States, especially in Florida. So the Supreme Court has reportedly revoked humanitarian protection that once shielded hundreds of thousands of immigrants, specifically being Nicaraguans, Haitians, Venezuelans, and most controversially, Miami Cubans. And now emotions are boiling over. But what's got the internet on fire isn't just the policy change, it's the reaction. A wave of raw, unfiltered commentary is flooding social media, calling out the very group that many believe helped bring this decision to life. Miami Cubans who voted for Trump. The sentiment: you voted for this, now deal with it. It might be harsh, right? Okay, but many feel that the political allegiance shown by this group has come fully circle. And the irony couldn't be more bitter. So I'm going to break all this down. We're going to listen to what people are really saying. I've compiled a couple of videos from TikTok, and I'm going to unpack the anger, the blame, and the powerful warnings now echoing through black and brown communities alike. So I want you guys to buckle up because this conversation goes beyond immigration. It's about race, identity, politics, and consequences. So guys, let us get into this, and I'll be back with my further commentary.
People who wore the flag jumpsuits, yeah, they not like us. Because we wouldn't wear that. We would never wear that. No, we don't make clothes out of flags. We just don't do it. People that went to Trump's rallies and like danced to the music, we wouldn't have done that. We don't do that. Because the music wasn't good. Now, we would have did that at the Super Bowl. That's when we bounce and be all into it, That, his rally music, YMCA. Y'all wearing flags. Y'all even have flag gym shoes. I picture a little old white lady in a cabin, everybody dirty, and she's sewing a flag together to make that jumpsuit for you to wear to the rally. Do you still have it? Do you still have the jumpsuit? It's probably hanging up with your Make America Great Again hat. That's a matching set. Put it with the gold Trump gym shoes and you got a fit going on. I don't know why I'm in the mood to just mess with MAGA. Y'all was some of the dumbest damn people I ever seen in my life. Yeah. Dumb as a damn rock. You had to be dumb. There's no other way to explain why you went in that booth, closed that little curtain. You was in privacy. You could have did the right thing. I just don't get why you went in there and what the hell made you think that filling out that little circle saying you vote for T-Rump? I'm laughing at y'all now. Yeah, y'all look dumb as hell. I have not seen one red hat for 2025. Not one. Y'all need to put them motherfuckers back on so we can recognize you. Yeah. You wanted to be recognized before. Put the shit back on. I say it all the time. Now, don't tuck it away somewhere. Not put that shit back on. That Make America Great Again hat. So we can laugh every time we see you, because y'all tickle the shit out of me. Y'all so dumb. Y'all some dumbass people. Man, every last one of y'all. It doesn't matter the economical, it doesn't matter your finances. It was some dumb rich ones too. But y'all wearing the flag outfits, y'all was the dumbest of all. Y'all look retarded. Y'all, I don't know if you was in this. I don't know if you had like a special education thing going on, but y'all wearing them flags and shit, y'all look stupid as hell at them rallies. You know it now if you go back and look at it. You know you looked stupid. You look dumb, like you just couldn't get it. Okay. Well, I just had to vent a little bit about that flag wearing shit, because y'all look crazy as hell. Put the shit back on. Walk to the store in your flag jumpsuit and your Make America Great Again hat. I just want to see something.
Stand up, Miami Cubans. Stand up and take a round of applause for playing yourself. Oh, you think this is going to only affect those without documents, right? How are they going to know? How are they going to know who is here legally and who is not? Oh, you're going to let them violate your constitutional rights and ask you for your ID? Oh, you think, oh, I'll just show them my ID and they won't bother me, without realizing that is a violation of your constitutional rights. Do you even know your constitutional rights? Do you even know? Or do they just keep you down there in Miami in some of the worst schooling in the nation, and they don't tell you your constitutional rights as they stomp on them? Oh, you think it's going to affect others and not you. It's the selfishness that really gets to me. The selfishness that they voted for this. And I'm not saying that Haitians, Venezuelans, and Nicaraguans, whether they were here legally, voted for this. No. Specifically, Miami Cubans, who were so blatant on the timeline leading up to the election that they wanted this, but you didn't realize how it's going to affect your life, because how do they know who is documented and who is not? You're about to FAFO.
Well, here we are starting off the week with this. Take a look.
I will vote for Donald Trump. Hasta la vista. You gotta go. Mic drop.
There's this rapper, right? His name is El Funky from Cuba. He voted for Donald Trump. He just put up a post saying he has 30 days, 30 días, to get the fuck out of America. They're about to deport him in 30 days. Is it a Cuban thing? I don't know. Remember, I don't know. But a lot of your reasoning for voting for Donald Trump was really, really not planned out well. Very non-strategic, very emotional and foolish.
Now, there are many things being said in this video, but the most true thing this man has stated is the fact that he doesn't know. He says, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I know he's trying to be funny, but he really doesn't know. And it would help if he knew just the basics, the minimal, because if you're going to speak on a platform with millions of followers, and you can see the full video on his platform, it would help if you would have the correct information, or if you do have it, you'd be willing to disclose it. If you knew, you would know that the one that left the Cubans unprotected is deporter-in-chief, President Obama. Honey. Not the orange racist guy. President Barack Obama, who many Cubans voted for, thinking they were voting in their best interest, on the last day of his presidency, screwed the Cubans and removed the wet foot, dry foot policy, which they gave them protection when they hit U.S. soil. So the Cubans, why did the Cubans vote for Obama? He screwed the Cubans. As politicians tend to do, they just screw people on either side. But if you want to go ahead and point fingers, let's point fingers at the original issue. We wouldn't be dealing with this situation if Obama, deporter-in-chief, still holds that title, would have not screwed Cubans like he did. But moving on, let's not forget that Ed Funky couldn't vote for Donald Trump because he's not a U.S. citizen, honey. He's not even a U.S. resident. And if he were to get deported, he wouldn't have to leave America. He would leave the United States of America, because if he were deported to Cuba, which they wouldn't accept him, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. Cuba's still in America. It's Latin America, sweetheart. El continente americano es muy grande, muy vasto. United States of America, yes, he would be deported from the United States if he were to get deported, but he's not getting deported. As his lawyer stated, he received a letter that everybody gets. It's a standard letter when you get denied your residency. They have appealed because there was an error in the filing. And now they have appealed, and he's in the appeals process for his residency. So he was never able to vote because he's not even a U.S. citizen. But let's talk about El Funky, and if he were to get deported, why Cuba wouldn't take him? Because he was expelled from his own country. Do you know why? Because as a rapper, he dedicated his talent and his time, that talent that you say is less than those American rappers. This man was speaking up against the government, the regime, the dictatorship through his music, through his lyrics. To the point where he co-authored him along with Michael Osorbo, who is in prison right now, for co-authoring a song called Patria y Vida. Look it up, get informed. Another black Cuban artist is in prison for co-authoring a song called Patria y Vida with Yotuel. Look them up. Because if you're going to speak about it, you should have a little interest in knowing about the truth. And I understand a lot of you that make this content are anti-imperialists. Oh, the Cuban Revolution. So you find any opportunity to speak up against the Cubans and why they voted the way they voted in their majority. The Cubans voted the way they voted because Kamala Harris, Obama, and the likes resemble way too damn much what the Cubans have been fighting against for over 60 years, which is socialism. And as a result, communist dictatorship, totalitarianism. That's what Cubans have been fighting. And the Democratic Party, over the years, I'm not saying everyone that's a Democrat is a communist, but over the years, the leaders of the Democratic Party have adopted positions that resemble that way too much. They defend the Cuban dictatorship way too much. They masquerade the Cuban reality way too much. And that's a warning sign for Cubans. And Cubans realize that that's not their best option. That's not in their best interest, especially when a Democratic president, such as Obama, left them completely unprotected when they hit U.S. soil escaping a dictatorship. So if you're going to talk about things, just a little bit of information. It's really public. It's really out there. And look up the song Patria y Vida. Luis Manuel, since you want to talk about black Cubans, Luis Manuel Otero Alcántara in prison. Michael Osorbo in prison, along with over 1,000 political prisoners because they dared to speak up. El Funky was given a visa to come to the Grammy because he has 2 Grammys. Thanks to Padre Vida. And so does Michael Osorbo, who is the first artist to receive 2 Grammys while he's in political prison in Cuba. So please, get serious. I know you're a comedian, but when you're going to talk about serious topics that impact people's lives, get serious.
So all the Cubans for Trump down in Florida and everywhere else. Trump just had the Supreme Court revoke your immunity. Thousands of you will now be deported, along with several other countries' immigrants. But Trump has literally, first on the list, Cubans. Cubans will be deported because he's taking away your protections that you had because you came from a terrible situation to come live here in the United States where it's wonderful, but you couldn't get away from your communist habits and everything. So you came over here to bring those communist habits and follow the orange crap stain. Yeah, he took them all away, babe. You better start packing your stuff because Cubans for Trump are now going to be Cubans for Castro's son? I don't know. Who's ruling that communist country now? Will it be better for you when you get back? Will he send you back on the same boats you built to get back over here? Because we got to save money. That's what Doge is for. We can't fly you back with military planes. Just say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So I want to start with the root of the backlash. And according to multiple viral clips, the Supreme Court decision has removed the key legal protections, leaving nearly 500,000 people vulnerable to deportation. Cubans, Venezuelans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans are all affected. But Miami Cubans are catching the most heat. Why? Because many of them are seen as vocal Trump supporters, especially in the lead up to recent elections. Some proudly waved MAGA flags, posted pro-Trump memes, and helped turn Florida red. But there is something that I want people to see. People are saying these same Miami Cubans are now the ones facing deportation, and critics ain't holding back. One of the speakers in the video was saying that you all played yourselves because you thought you were voting to get rid of other immigrants, and now they're coming for you. And another accused accuse them of bringing communist habits to America while voting for politicians who weaponize immigration policy against people of color. That's irony. They fled oppression only to come and empower it in America. And it's not just political. The criticism is deeply personal. Some voices are saying, "We tried to warn you, but you are too selfish to listen." Others call Miami Cubans racist, accusing them of turning their backs on black and brown communities while chasing a proximity to whiteness. Maybe they deserve it. I don't know, maybe they deserve it, but there is also fear, and just from undocumented folks. Some people are asking, if constitutional rights are being ignored, how will they know who is legal and who is not? So imagine being a legal immigrant and still having to carry an ID just to prove your existence. Well, that's crazy. This is not just about immigration. It's a political karma. It's about betrayal, fear, and the truth. And I want us to take this matter even deeper. I want people to understand. Now, let's talk about what this moment really means. First, this is not about celebrating anyone's pain. Deportation is trauma. It's fear. It's being torn from your life overnight, and no human deserves that, regardless of who they voted for. But the anger that we are witnessing, it's about accountability. People are afraid of being accountable to their actions. Miami Cubans are being accused of playing both sides, fleeing a dictatorship for freedom, only to come vote for authoritarian policies at home. Okay, seeking refuge from racism only to support a party that quotes white nationalists. And now those decisions are boomeranging back because their deportation orders, lost protections, legal status up in the air. One of these speakers in the clips that I've played you didn't sugarcoat it. He said, start packing your, you either leave your terms or they come, they're coming for you. And another one went even further. It couldn't have happened to a better group of people. Like, it couldn't have happened to other people. It was them whom it was supposed to happen to. These are not just insults. These are expressions of betrayal, because while Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans also face deportation, they're not being blamed. Why? Because they didn't vote for this. They didn't push MAGA agendas, right? But for Miami Cubans, they are seen as co-signing policies that now threaten all immigrants, including themselves. They voted for this. They enabled this to happen. And the criticism isn't new. For years, some black and brown folks have warned that aligning with white conservative power structure wouldn't protect you. That your skin color, your accent, your heritage still makes you a target. But maybe our brothers and sisters, they didn't see this. So those warnings were dismissed. Critics were called divisive. We are all in this together, they were told. Okay, maybe. But now the gloves are off, by the way. People are tired of being told to play nice while others play dirty. There are even economic pushback. Some were saying that don't support their businesses, don't go to their neighborhoods, like they don't F with us, Okay, that's economic cancel culture, and it's real. They are facing it. But if we zoom out for a second, this moment is a reflection of America itself. Where political identity now shapes who gets to stay and who must go, because where votes have consequences not just for others but for yourself. Miami Cubans are being an example of. But they're not. They're not the only ones watching. Other immigrant communities are paying attention. So are black voters. So are white moderates. Well, there is the lesson here. The lesson here is politics isn't a game. It's personal, and the decisions we make don't disappear after election day. They follow us home. If you're a Cuban American watching this, I'm not here to shame you but to educate you, because this is an educational video right there. We are here to learn. I'm here to challenge you. Were the policies you supported really worth it? Did the red hat, the patriot talk, and the anti-immigrant rhetoric really serve your community? Because if your protections are now gone, if ICE is knocking at your door, then it's time to ask the hard questions. The next election is maybe it's in 4 years' time. It's not about the border. It's about who you stand with, and whether you stand with, and whether they stand with you when it really matters. Because today it's you, but tomorrow it could be anyone else. So I want you guys to stay vigilant and learn from your mistakes. And folks watching from the diaspora, I don't know what you think about this, but I'd like you to tell me what you think in the comments. So most definitely I'll ask you to keep your replies respectful. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Peace out.